The Cardinals win on Miles Mikolas is pitching day, a holiday in St. Louis whenever we get to face him, in order to take the series 2-1 game and improve to 7-5. Let's talk about the series and what we can take away from it going forward. Thank you for tuning in to the St. Louis Cardinals Daily Podcast. My name is Andrew Teuscher. And again, the Cardinals take 2 out of 3 from the Nationals, losing that first game that we all would like to wipe from our memory. We really should have swept the Nationals, but we lost that first game 9-6 due to the bullpen collapse, and then we'd won the second game in an absolute thriller where we kind of pulled an Uno reverse card on the Nationals. If you would have polled Cardinals fans midway through game 2 of this series, I think we were absolutely in the dumpster fire. Like, we were all ready to dump everything into the river. We were ready to abandon this team. I mean, probably not everyone literally, but that was about as bad as it could get, losing 2 in a row potentially to the Washington Nationals. But the Cardinals pull it out. They win Game 3 as well, handily, against Miles Mikolas and company, in order to improve to 7-5. The Cardinals have something cooking, and I want to get behind the team full-heartedly, but dude, this team, regardless of if you think they can actually make the playoffs, they have been awesome to watch, incredibly fun. The run prevention in this series wasn't amazing, but we did manage to score 6+ runs in every single game. Let's break down the pitching, the hitting, and then we'll get to our final segment. So let's start with the pitching. The Cardinals pitching seems to be continually improving, but having ups and downs. The bullpen looks like it could be getting better. The starters, I think, are just, we keep saying it, they are who they are. The starters are a bunch of guys who should not be at the top of your rotation, but we have a rotation full of guys who all deserve to be in a rotation, thus being significantly better than last year when we had guys like Eric Fetty, who we DFA'd midway through the season, or Miles Mikolas, who we just boat raced in this one and got destroyed in his previous series. Getting rid of exceptionally horrible pitchers, 2 of the worst pitchers in all of baseball, and getting adequate pitching makes a significant difference. And that's why myself and other people were saying the Cardinals could exceed expectations. I know people get on me for saying I don't think the Cardinals are a playoff team, but I thought that the Cardinals would beat their over-unders, which were set in the low 70s, and Bakota again having us at 69 wins. I always thought we were going to do better than that, and it's just because the pitching was going to be better. Then it was hard to project. But to be frank, it was a bunch of new guys or guys who were looking to improve or getting better, and now it's been better. And that starts wholeheartedly with Michael McGreevy. Michael McGreevy has been full stop by far the best starting pitcher for the Cardinals so far this season, and it is largely in part to his ability to improve against lefties. He was horrible, absolute nightmare against lefties last year. And not many people probably were watching at the end of the season last year to even realize it because, well, that team was horrible and terrible vibes. But last year against lefties, Michael McGreevy was having guys hit .318 against him. That's just going to be absolute horrible outcomes if you're getting hit .318 against by any hitters. But lefties this year, he's dropped them all the way down to .174 against. He's always been able to get righties out. It was just lefties that he couldn't get out. And he had a great offseason plan. He talked about it in spring training, about implementing new pitches or using more pitches that our improved coaching staff has been able to work with him on in order to figure out a new approach against lefties. And Michael McGreevy, whenever he first came up, had great success. Then the lefties started getting to him after he got figured out a little bit. And now he's struck back, which you love to see, that ebb and flow with pitchers, especially guys like Michael McGreevy, who aren't, let's be honest, don't have exceptionally great stuff. He's going to have to be a good pitcher, not just a good thrower, because he doesn't have an exceptional arm. But man, he knows how to pitch, and you just love to see it. It's like this is a John Mozeliak-esque pitcher. This is not a Chaim Bloom product. Chaim Bloom would never have drafted Michael McGreevy. It just wouldn't have happened. You see the Chaim Bloom train. He wants guys who can throw hard. Michael McGreevy is Mozeliak watches every single game Michael McGreevy pitches, eating his popcorn in just bliss at a guy who goes out there and manages to strike out max 3 dudes each game, just not walking guys and getting soft contact. Hey, we'll take it. No, he's not an ace. No, he will never be an ace. But he truthfully should be, and looks like he could be, the number 3 starter in a good rotation. And we'll take that. A guy who can give you a shot. I absolutely not opposed to that. And he's getting lefties out, I should mention, due to his new changeup and slider. Well, not new changeup. He's using his changeup more. and his new slider. He basically throws 2 pitches to righties, and they're really good. It's mostly his sinker, really, to righties. His sinker has just been epic against right-handed pitchers. The only other pitch he really throws against right-handed hitters is the sweeper, and that's been shelled. So his sinker has been really good in carrying him against righties. Let's see if anything changes with that. But against lefties, he throws like 5 or 6 different pitches. And in reality, throws 7. He throws 6 pitches above 10%. He really throws about 7. It's been awesome. Good job, Michael McGreevy. We love to see more of it. Matt Swanson has to get his flowers for. I know it was go to Monday, and me thinking about handing out flowers to Matt Swanson would have been unthinkable. But in the game on Wednesday, Matt Swanson came in, and he was a big part of why the Cardinals were able to just coast to a win. Comes in after Michael McGreevy gives us 6 innings, and he just gives us the formula we were supposed to have from the beginning of the year. Starting pitcher goes 6. Next guy come in, go 1 or 2, because Swanson, Riley O'Brien, and JoJo Romero are all excellent at giving you multi-inning outings. And Swanson goes 1 2/3 in this one, only allowing 1 total base runner, 0 runs, 1 strikeout. I'd like to see his strikeout numbers get up. He was one of the best strikeout pitchers in baseball last year. I don't know where that's gone, but excellent outing. Looked easy the entire time. This is what it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be Matt Swanson bridges you to O'Brien or Romero or whoever it is, and you close out the game, and it's like you never even had a shot if you don't gain the lead before the starter gets out. Also, I want to give out a nice hand to Greg Soriano, a guy who was supposed to be in a similar Matt Swanson role and has developed into it and has been up and down. He finally settled back in. His numbers are settling in quite nicely as a guy that you aren't upset at coming into the 7th inning. Is he a closer? No. But a guy who can pitch in the 7th or 8th for you if Swanson can figure it out. Let's say he's not able to pitch or JoJo Romero isn't able to pitch for a day. A guy you can go out there and is competent. And all of a sudden, if Matt Swanson can pitch well, we already know JoJo Romero and Riley O'Brien are great. Half your bullpen's good. Half. That's all you need. You're not going to have 8 guys who are actually really good. If you can have 2 studs like we firmly have 2 studs, and then 2 guys who you're fine bridging you in the 7th and the 8th, you've got a good bullpen, and that's what the Cardinals are beginning to develop potentially, if things hold. I'll throw out another concern out there for Gordon Graceffo as a reliever. He pitched again and in this last game, in the Tuesday, and it didn't look easy. The underlying stats are getting really bad, even though the counting stats aren't horrible yet. Just keep an eye on that. I'm hoping he can improve around it. Dude's got good stuff. Let's talk about the hitters in this one. Walker and Co. Man, Jordan Walker, you can't talk about him enough. He's unironically a top 5 to at worst top 10 hitter in baseball right now. Like, think about that. He's legitimately an MVP candidate right now. Top 5, maybe top 3 hitter in all of the National League. But not an MVP candidate because freaking Shohei Ohtani's going to earn it as a hitter and then also be a Cy Young. Like, okay, so we're all in a race for second place, but we were talking fairly. I was saying it in the spring training about how Jordan Walker may not get out of May with a job because in spring he was horrible. And in the last two years, he's been terrible, unplayable. It was fair to say that Jordan Walker was coming to an end. But now he's one of the, not just good. We would have taken a guy with a 750 OPS and playing good defense. We would have happily taken that as a great outcome. That's like 75th percentile outcome for what this year could have been. I think he broke the scale. Went 4 for 14 in this series with 3 home runs and 4 RBIs. He still swings and misses a ton. That's fine. When you do make contact, you put the ball in the seats. And that's what he's continued to do. And the approach has been phenomenal. It's been great. I got to move on because I've talked about him a lot. But, dude, it's insane. We'll talk more about him next episode. Alec Burleson went through a little bit of a slump, especially in Detroit. He talked about it, so he just couldn't quite find a swing. He felt like he was doing the right things. It just wasn't ending up where he wanted it. He goes 4 for 7 in the last 2 games with 3 RBIs in Tuesday's game, 3 very important ones. And just getting back to Alec Burleson is excellent. So hats off to him in this series. And just in general, the hitters on this team won't die. Tuesday's game is an excellent example of this. I haven't covered it yet in an episode. I want to cover it here. Cardinals are down 5-2 going into the 7th inning. After Monday's disaster of a game, team would be in the pits. I mean, think of all the Cardinals teams who would just be throwing a fit in the dugout right now. There's got to be leaders in there rallying guys. I'm waiting for more articles to come out on it. I know Mason Wynn is a vocal guy. I know J.J. Weatherholt's supposed to be a guy who's leading by example. I don't think Jordan Walker is quite a leader. He's just a quiet guy. That's fine if we have leaders already in there. But I would not blame the team for giving up, being down 5-2 after Monday's game. But Walker hits a home run, continues his tear, making it 5-3 in the 7th. And then in the 8th, Nathan Church, who's done jack diddly nothing since opening day, comes up. I don't even know why they gave him a shot at hitting. He got in there, and he hits a 2-run bomb to tie up the game. You saw how pumped he was afterwards and how pumped everyone was for him afterwards. Ties the game at 5, and then Thomas Saggese comes up in the 10th as the Cardinals bullpen manages to hold on. That was when Greg Soriano got out there, and Saggese doubles to make it 6-5. And very importantly, Thomas Saggese, the Cardinals have gotten zilch from left field, which get excited if Saggese can be something, or when Lars Nootbaar gets back, this team could get even better. Went 5 for 12 playing left field in this series. That's huge. That's part of the reason the Cardinals scored 6 runs in every single game, 6+ runs. J.J. Weatherholt doubled in that game as well. Make it 7-5, and the Cardinals win the game by a score of 7-6. They just don't die. And guys, the top 4 in our lineup is looking really good. Weatherholt, Herrera, Burleson, Walker, and Gorman's nothing to sniff at as a 5-hitter. The Cardinals have a legitimately good lineup. I don't think it's otherworldly. I think it can get there as Herrera improves, Weatherholt improves, and let's see if the Walker thing fully holds. And Burleson is already great, and Gorman can get better. We have a lineup, guys, we can be excited about going into the future. Last thing I want to do quickly is comment on comments. You guys get in the comment section below. You know I'm always apt to get in there with you, and I'll highlight a comment here every time. And don't forget to hit subscribe on top of that. We had our friend Tanner Wright getting in the comment section saying, well, thank you firstly, Tanner, saying, trade Dustin May to bring up some farm talent. It's a rebuild. Let's get them experience in the show. I got to push back on this a little bit, but I don't think it's ill-founded on some of the guys, or 2 guys are knocking down the door in AAA right now. You got to give May more time. My rhythm's going to be here. Give May till the end of May. If May is exactly what he is right now, at the end of May, yeah, you move on. You DFA him, you cut your loss, you ship him off. You just let him go find a bullpen role with somebody else, or maybe we move him to the bullpen. But by the end of May, if he's exactly this, yeah, you figure something else out. But you got to give him more time. Dude weighed significantly less than he did right now a year ago. He's having to refigure things out, and he's had success in the past. His stuff is still clearly good. He's relearning how to throw it and use it. Give him more time. I'm not saying it's ever going to be exceptional, but I think he can be tolerable in our rotation and see what happens. And I'm not in a rush to get the young guys up just yet because there's bound to be an injury in the starting rotation. It's just going to happen, and then one of those guys will get up anyway. We have depth, which is great. I don't think we need to move off of May just yet. And the guy who's beating down the doors are Hunter Dobbins and Richard Fitz through 2 starts this year. These guys are already dudes with big league experience through 2 starts. They've been really good in the minor league system. So we do have a couple guys waiting in the wings that, if called upon, are ready to go. We're not quite ready to move on from Dustin May yet. Give him time. And then, yeah, I think it's a short leash. You're not dedicated really to him. Give him a little more time and then call those guys up. Or again, injury will probably happen and force us to keep May and play one of those guys. It happens. The Cardinals got really lucky last year with it. Thank you guys for tuning in to the St. Louis Cardinals Daily Podcast. Again, my name is Andrew Teuscher. Hit the subscribe button. Throw comments below. Let me know what you guys think about this team and what you thought of the Nats series and what you think about playing Boston back at home. Anyone going to the games, let me know below. I need to get out there and eat 1 million hot dogs in Big Mac land. It's what dreams are made of. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And don't forget to tell a loved one, Skull Birds.